Hello and welcome to Terraria. My name's Todd, also known as Neomagic, and this is of course Terraria. Last time we left off, getting destroyed by Skeletron. Now, some things happened since then. I tried to do a recording and I messed up. Um, so, one of the things that I messed up was I tried to fight Skeletron, and I tried to create an arena, and that didn't really work out. Um, I wasn't doing enough DPS to kill him in time. Um, and I will show you guys what I set up and what I worked on and what we will be using to fight him, because I was able to get farther than I ever had before while fighting him, but it kind of glitched out near what I want to say is the end, and I'm not sure if it was because of something else or what. I'm going to go to it and I'm going to show it off, and then we're going to start working on upgrading our damage, because that is what we need to do right now. We need more damage. Um, our damage was not high enough to actually be able to deal with him, which I thought it would have been, but apparently it's just not. So we're going to have to remedy that in the best way I know how, and that's by upgrading our gear. So overall, our space gun I think was quite effective, but not perfectly so. We're going to maybe need to upgrade that to something even better. We'll see when it comes to that. If we have to upgrade, we'll probably upgrade to something like the Mini Shark or maybe the Molten Fury. We'll see what we're able to get our hands on. One of the things we're definitely going to have to do is go down and try and make our way towards Hell to hopefully kind of upgrade our gear like that. Because if we can get our hands on Hellstone and Obsidian, then it won't be a big issue for us. I was really kind of hoping that we'd be able to take down Skeletron early, but it just didn't work out. So this is something that I built in between parts. And where even is it? My headstone ought to be around here. You can see that a point that I died 4 minutes ago. Effectively, this is just an arena, very basic for Skeletron. It's called a diamond pattern. You start here. Once you talk to the dude, you go up along here, and then you'll just hit these bumpers on the sides, and you'll go along in this little pattern. So by doing that, you can outrun Skeletron, even at his fastest. So that's kind of cool. And we will be using that, like I said, to fight him, but it glitched out because I didn't really do enough damage last time. Could have been because I didn't start at the beginning of night time. But this time around, I'm really not going to take that chance. I think it's better that we take a break from trying to fight him, and instead just focus on gathering stuff. If you didn't already know, minecart tracks are just iron and wood, and you can get 50 per iron and wood. Another thing I also made a note of, and I have in previous episodes, is that if you have a minecart equipped in your minecart slot, you do extra damage to, or you don't do extra damage, but you go faster than you would if you didn't have it. So if you unequip the minecart and go on the rails, you won't go as fast. You'll go much slower. And if you equip the minecart, of course, you go much quicker, and you're able to kind of reach a speed that would outrun Skeletron. And that's kind of what I used this arena for. But we didn't do enough damage, so damage is what we're going to focus on this time around, and like I said, we're going to try and make our way towards the underworld. We have a whole episode to do that, so let's get to it. I'm not going to focus on actually trying to do too much aside from make it to the underworld. I want to make it down there, potentially get any obsidian that I run across. We can mine hellstone. If we're able to mine some hellstone, that'd be great. But if I accidentally summon the wall of flesh or something like that, thanks to killing a demon, that would kind of defeat the purpose and make it very hard to fight further. So these are things that I'm just taking into consideration and having to deal with. Alright, so minerals-wise, we don't need any minerals aside from hellstone, so like I said, our major goal is to just get to the underworld. Probably be convenient for us to make a elevator, but honestly at the moment I'm just kind of too lazy. After getting defeated by Skeletron before this episode, I was kind of downtrodden, as I was quite close to actually beating him. Made me kind of sad. But overall, it's not a big issue. We'll just trudge forward. If you can't beat him just by using strength, then sometimes you gotta use strategy. And that little boss arena that I created is a pretty good strategy, but we need a little bit extra strength to supplement it so we can actually get him down in time. And so that's what I'm going after, is that little bit of extra damage. Ow. To allow us to deal the killing blow. Oh, I don't mean to keep using the mount, but I just keep pressing R on accident. I meant to grapple hook. That's what I should have been doing, because that is the actual smart thing to do. Hey, some rope. Then we'll go down here, go down, and once we reach the bottom of our cave here, our known cave, we will just start digging, as that is our major goal. Is this the bottom? No. Still keep going down, but just going over there. There's another of my graves. I was killed by a baby slime, huh? I don't think a baby slime would be able to kill me anymore. At least I hope not. Definitely not gonna let that cave bat kill me, that's for sure. And away we go. Is that a blink root? That is indeed a blink root. Dang it, cobwebs. Let me get this blink root. Oh, we're in jungle territory. I didn't realize the jungle stretched this far over. Or maybe I'm kind of pretty far on this side. Let's start digging over here. And yes, we'll kill that cave bat. Jungle bat, specifically. Let me just dig here, dig there. Is there any other... I'm trying to put up a torch. Okay, I don't think so. So we'll just start digging down, because we don't really have any other options at this point. Let me put up a torch, actually. Until we find another cavern, of which we will try our best to use, we'll just be digging down. I'm going to avoid that water that I see over there, just because water is very annoying to deal with. And avoiding it is always your best bet. Is that lava that I see down there as well? It looks to be lava, which means we are getting close to good old underworld. Oh. You know, because there's water right above the lava, it's actually worthwhile for me to go over here and dig our way down here. Oh, there's water right here. That's perfect. Let me kill the piranha real quick, and then we'll just dig our way across here. I don't know if you remember, of course, but I'd say we needed obsidian, and so that's what I'm endeavoring to create here, is obsidian. And I'm just going to mine it as carefully as I can. Making sure not to drown or get burned up by not standing where I'm mining. And there we go for that one. Definitely have enough water, which is nice. And we'll just cut through here. We have how much obsidian? 46. It's not too bad. I think I'm going to need more obsidian though. The major things I'm going after with getting this obsidian is, of course, hellstone, which the major thing I'm going after by creating hellstone is either the Molten Fury, which is a bow, or the Imp Staff, both of which will increase my damage significantly. Imp Staff summons an Imp, which will just shoot a fireball at an enemy. It sets them on fire, does extra damage, very, very effective against most enemies. And so that's why I need it. Kill that bee. Need to get through here, put up a torch. Let's go around here. We'll cut down through here. And pull out our gun. Oh, got him. So once you start getting towards the underworld, lots of lava caverns open up. Means lots of opportunities to get, what is it, obsidian. Downside to that, of course, being that you have to deal with lava. Lava is very spooky. It does a lot of damage, especially in expert. Lava just does a ridiculous amount of damage. And getting hit by it is, I don't want to say an instant death, but it definitely doesn't feel good and will probably kill you. Let's see. I don't think I need any more obsidian. If I do, I can always come back here, open up the caverns again and get some more water. Like I said, I'm just trying to get to the underworld for now. I'm not trying to worry too much about making enough obsidian or getting enough hellstone. Once I've opened up the path to the underworld, then farming those materials will become much easier to us in the future episodes. I'd really love to find a lava charm down here as well, but the chance of that is pretty low. Just randomly coming across a lava charm, getting that lucky. I'd have to be one of the luckiest men in existence, and I don't think I am as such. Especially not how much trouble I've had with just Skeletron. Let's deal with these guys. Pull out my gun. Start shooting them. Pick up this life crystal. It's useful. Go over this cavern over here. Attach ourselves up here. Jump down here. I want to kill these slimes. There we go. Slimes dealt with. And then we'll dig down here. And as we're digging down here, should make it just one step closer. And we found a nice little cavern system in this mushroom biome, and that'll hopefully open up the way for us straight down to the underworld. At least that's what I'm hoping at this point. I still gotta avoid any enemies though, as it can get pretty bad getting too close to the underworld. There's a big old pool of lava in between me and safety, and I don't like that very much. Gonna have to tunnel on my way around it. Tunneling around lava is always kind of spooky though. Thankfully there are no enemies that can like break blocks, otherwise mining would be much scarier. Also much more unfortunate. There's a detonator and explosives over there that I can see, but I'm not even going to cut into that cavern, so I should never have to deal with it, hopefully. At least that is my hope. Wow, there is another mushroom biome over here. This is like either a very large mushroom biome or a very weird string of mushroom biomes. Whatever it is, it's not something I've seen before. Usually you don't see this sort of situation where you have a string of mushroom biomes. It's kind of an odd one. What do I want to do? Oh, I see the background for the underworld. That means that we are very, very close. So the background for the underworld is kind of like a box with cracks in it, like magma cracks. And you can see it down there. That's that background. So that is like the beginning of the underworld. We should be able to jump down there and fall towards it at the very least. Come on, I'm getting there. Slowly but surely, I'm getting there. It's just so much lava here, and it's very scary. But thankfully I've been a pretty careful miner as far as things go. I don't think I'll cut into any magma caves here. At least I'm hoping I don't. What about that one? Let me just cut across here. Okay. So I think if I just cut across through here, I might be able to make it all the way down. But we'll see. I do respect that once you start getting to this level, you tend to run across a lot of silt and dirt. Silt and, yes, there we go. Here's the underworld. So you know it's for sure the underworld when the rocky background opens up into a much more detailed background, which has like caverns in it. Big things that you want to make sure you do while you're in the underworld. Gather up any pots you can find. They'll typically have very good potions in them. Let's see. Make sure that you be wary of any demons that are around that are carrying voodoo dolls, as if they drop them into lava, you'll summon the wall of flesh, and you're probably not ready to fight the wall of flesh at this point. Be careful, there's of course just tons of lava and bad things. Now we can mine hellstone. I'm just going to go across and try and get any hellstone I can. Like I said, I'm not really hoping to get a massive amount of it, and we're probably going to die down here at some point to something. All the enemies in the underworld do massive amounts of damage. And there's some that are just kind of spooky, like that bone dragon. Bloody bone dragon anyhow. Get out of here. Get out of my face, bone dragon. So yeah, spooky place. Very spooky. The demons, of course, that are here in Hell have lots of HP and cast Demon Scythe, which does just a ton of damage to you at this point in the game. It's very scary. Also, there are also Hellstone buildings here, and those kind of suck, as Hellstone buildings burn you unless you have an obsidian skull, which we will try and make one of those at some point, but we don't have one at the moment. It allows you to stand on molten blocks, and very unfortunate that we don't have one. But we probably don't have one and probably won't get one anytime soon. Let me just block that up. And I'm going to try and mine all this hellstone here. When mining hellstone, you just got to be very careful. It does spawn lava every time you mine it. So make sure you're above it, and anywhere that the lava would flow, you're away from. There's already just a ton of lava in the underworld to begin with. So dealing with extra lava, though, just makes it all the more dangerous. and the underworld is definitely dangerous. Taking it slow, being methodical about it, kind of having a good method for going about it, always a good choice. Oh, bloody heck. There's an imp here, and he is shooting fireballs at me. Imps are probably the most annoying enemy you'll deal with in the underworld, aside from maybe the bats. They shoot fireballs, they teleport. They're personally my least favorite. The bats are, at least, they sufficiently die quickly. In other words, they don't tend to ooh, dang it. They don't tend to last long enough to really do a lot of damage to you. However, imps, on the other hand, are just massive jerks and have lots of HP, plus the ability to teleport and throw fireballs just makes them dangerous no matter where they are. Not even demons are that annoying. Oh, that is a demon with a voodoo doll. Now, like I said, if that falls in the lava, the wall of flesh is going to come and murder me. And I'm almost assured he will murder me. So it is my best interests to get him away from any lava. And to try and make sure that he doesn't not only kill me, but also doesn't drop that in the lava, which he didn't, thankfully. I'm going to make sure to pick that up. Get that out of harm's reach. Always try and pick up any of those that you're able to. What do I have in my inventory? There is a lava bat here. I'm gonna put down my piggy bank real quick and dump off a bunch of the stuff into there so like my guide voodoo. Oh. There's an imp shooting at me, of course. You think you're safe and then an imp starts shooting at you. Let's start shooting back then. Oh, that's a bone dragon. Oh, and that's a demon. This is probably the death of me. Oh, no. Nope, it was not the death of me. Not yet, anyway. I got a demon scythe from that demon. That is a rare thing to get. It is a very strong spell. That will actually be helpful to us in hell. Or the underworld. It can't go through walls, but it does do a massive amount of damage, as you see. 43 damage a hit. So when we're using it against bats, for instance, or just slow-moving enemies, it's pretty effective. It does large amounts of damage to anything that would get into melee range. The major part of using it is the slow wind-up time is actually a good thing for you, as that slow wind-up time allows enemies to kind of pass through it, which will typically hit them. As you can see with that bone dragon, did a lot of damage to him. So hitting it with the actual projectile, that chance is low, but hitting it with anything that would typically go into melee range against you is usually fairly easy. Okay. Since we dealt with that stuff, I think I have enough breathing room to empty out my inventory into my piggy bank like I was going to. We'll just start dumping a bunch of the useful, valuable stuff. And we'll kill that bat. Stuff that we might not get again here. Alright, I think I've dumped enough stuff out. I do see that demon over there with the guide voodoo doll, but trying to deal with him is probably not in my best interests. Oh, I'm going straight into lava. Sometimes these lava pools are quite long, so having a backup plan, like being near the roof to grapple onto them, or just being away from them, is usually the best idea. I have 4 HP currently. If anything sees me or even looks at me badly, I'm going to die, probably. How much time do I have on my potion cooldown? A long time. I'd be half tempted to buff up, because I don't want to end the episode just yet. I've barely gotten any Hellstone, but I might just have to. Okay, I broke some pots and got some hearts. Just what I need. Okay, so we are starting to see the Hellstone buildings now. I'm going to avoid them to the best of my ability, as getting near them would be just bad for us in general. Okay, let's clear that out. I think I might be able to mine that Hellstone if I can clear out. Let me just get this going. Get that, and then we'll get some Demon Slice going to deal with the slime. Alright, slime. You're just kind of getting in my way now. Alright. Once that lava moves out of the way... Oh, there's a demon up there. Let's just deal with him the good old-fashioned way by shooting him with our space gun. And he's dealt with. I'm going to heal up. And I'm going to try and mine as much of this Hellstone as I can. Looks like I should be able to mine most of it, actually. Which is kind of nice. Usually you don't get the chance to mine most of the Hellstone. A lot of it gets lost. Oh, dang him. Let's just deal with him the best way possible. By knocking him down. A peg. Or two. Oh, I fell in the lava. That was really dumb. And this is why I need strategies, because I do dumb things like that. And I can also not hit the broadside of a barn, apparently. Okay. Dealt with. Hoping that imp comes closer. Of course he didn't. Of course he didn't. You can, of course, shoot their fireballs out of the air, which is the one saving grace of fighting a bunch of imps. Doesn't make them any easier to deal with, though, in the long run. I'm gonna stand on here, get a little bit of fire damage, but that's okay. Just mine up that ash block. Oh, dang, imp. Oh, jerk. There we go. Okay. Lined up that. Alright, now should be good to move on. Fire Blossom. So down in the underworld, of course, you do have these purple chests. These are referred to as shadow chests. They can only be opened with a key from, of course, the dungeon. So, if you're worried about them right now, don't be. I will state that most of the weapons that you can get from them are not very good. So, even if you do manage to get into the dungeon and get a shadow chest key, you're not really going to be that much well off, in truth. As that's just kind of how it goes. 1, 2, 3. Shoot him in his face. Okay, imp dealt with. Let's see, let's get right there. This is some precarious Hellstone mining, but I need the Hellstone, so if I can get it, it's worthwhile. Okay, dealt with those bats. I didn't think we were going to have such an easy time with them. Later on, if we manage to come across a lava charm or make some obsidian skin potions, we'll be able to come back to Hell or the underworld and better deal with some of the things that we're struggling with here, like getting Hellstone. As obsidian skin potions make you just immune to lava, you can even swim in it. So if I remember correctly, they're not easy to make, and that's the biggest downside to them. Okay, where is he? There he is. Got him. Just fighting a bone dragon over pits of lava without trying to fall in. But of course I'm failing spectacularly at not falling in. I mean, if I succeeded at not falling in, how thrilling would this be? Okay. Ooh, we got some fire blossom seeds. That's actually kind of good. Shoot this demon. Is he gonna die? There we go. Got him. Chance of getting a demon scythe from a demon so early on is pretty low, so the chance that we did it, or the fact that we did it, is pretty good. It might even be effective against Skeletron. I'm not entirely certain though. I'll have to try it as I'm fighting him. Otherwise, probably just using the space gun some more will be my best bet. Oh boy. Of course I land directly on some Hellstone, but you don't take that much fire damage from Hellstone, thankfully, as long as you get off of it quickly. Let's get that. Alright. Easily dealt with. And go like that. Grapple up here. Oh dear. That's a lot of demon size coming my way. There are 2 demons here, and I don't know how well I'm going to do against them. I actually did exceptionally well. Holy cow. Demon Scythe, very effective against demons. I would not have expected that. But I guess that's just how it goes sometimes, isn't it? Oh, that's a demon with a voodoo doll. I don't want him to get into the lava. Oh boy. There we go. Oh. Well, thankfully he didn't die over the lava, or I would have lost the doll thanks to the Shield of Cthulhu there. And wow. Preemptive door open plus the good old demon scythe actually worked quite well there to deal with that bat. I am picking up the arrows from this, the Hellfire arrows, which those might be pretty effective against Skeletron. I don't know. Not entirely certain if those would be effective or not, but I think they would be. Let me heal up. I'll take a bunch of extra damage for no reason. That is a big old lava lake. Let's grab it on the roof. And we'll keep going. Thankfully the Demon Scythe also has a fair amount of knockback, which that's kind of coming in handy here when fighting all of this stuff. How much Hellstone do we manage to get? 57? Not bad. We probably really don't need that much because we're not going after the molten armor. It would be good, but reducing our damage isn't my main concern. My main concern right now is doing more damage. So, yeah. By getting enough Hellstone, we could make Knight's Edge. Yeah, we probably will make a true Knight's Edge, or what is it, the crimson version of that at some point. But trying to do that is kind of pointless. I don't want to say it's entirely pointless, but kind of, just for the fact that you don't really use it that much. Even the upgraded version of the Terrarian isn't very good. The version of the sword that you can get much later on. Oh, there's many different things here now. Many different things, and one of the demons has a voodoo doll. And you know what? I'm just going to teleport out. I'm leaving. See y'all. I was at 37 health, and I was pretty sure I was going to die, so I'm not even going to chance it. I'm going to pick up our old forge, put down our brand new fancy hell forge. With that, we should be able to make... Oh, our obsidian's in our piggy bank, of course. Pull out our obsidian, and we should be able to make a bunch of hellstone. Now, with our hellstone in our inventory, how many do I need for what I need? So I need 17 for the imp staff, and the molten fury I need 15 for. So I only need I don't know if I'm going to have enough for both. I want to focus on the imp staff because I need a minion. The minion will give me lots of damage. I'm going to pick up an obsidian skull, and I guess I'll make whatever's left. I only have 5 bars left. That's not enough to make the molten fury as well. But we do have the imp staff now, which was mostly what I was after. It actually rolled pretty well, it was good as well. Oh, that reminds me, we do have the goblin now, which means we can re-roll rolls on things, and I want to re-roll my annoying on my hammer. Perfect. That way it's no longer as slow as it was. So now that we have an imp staff, as you can see, we have an imp that will fight alongside us. I think we only have one minion slot. However, with the extra damage from the imp, I think we might be able to take on Skeletron again. Let me see. I might also look in to see if I can make a summoning potion, but I think that requires a fish of some sort, and if that's the case, I'm not going to worry about that right away. But if I can make one, I will, because having the extra summon, again, extra damage. Next time, I'll take on Skeletron again, and hopefully next time beat him. My arena is set up, as stated previously. I've got that cool diamond arena, which you guys will get to see in action next time. I've now got Demon Scythe, which I honestly didn't expect to get that. I hope that's pretty effective against Skeletron. I've also got the Space Gun. I've got the Crimson Rod. I've got my minion. If I can't do enough damage to him at this point, that would just be surprising. Maybe I should pull out any extra trinkets that I can to increase my damage. My meteor stuff is actually pretty good at increasing magical damage. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. I don't think there's any other items I have currently that would increase my damage. Aside from the Ballista Rod from the event, the Dungeon Defender event, but I don't think that works. Let me see. I can buy the mini shark from the arms dealer. I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna buy the illegal gun parts, because I'm pretty sure that I could potentially make the mega shark. No, I need souls, and I definitely don't have any souls. Could make a sand gun, but I don't need that. I will keep the illegal gun parts as just a item later on when I make the mega shark. I'll put the mini shark in place of my musket. The mini shark is very good. Let me shop. I'm going to buy a lot of bullets, just as a precautionary thing, so I'm going to buy a ton. I'm not going to worry about the arrows because I didn't make the Molten Fury, so I'm just going to buy as many bullets as I can carry at the moment, which is 3 stacks of 999. And I think that will give me enough damage to actually kill him. I have 3,000 shots in my mini shark. I'm pretty sure the mini shark does more damage than the space gun because it fires insanely fast, like DPS wise. Actually, I think I can test that, can't I? How do I make a target dummy guide? Tell me. Target dummy, I need hay and some wood. Okay. This is just all stuff that I could be doing in off time, but I'm going to do right now just to show you guys kind of what it looks like. Because I figured, you know what, why not? I'll worry about sorting my inventory and cleaning it up later. So right now I'm just kind of doing stuff that I would typically have already done. Oh, that's right, I don't have a DPS meter. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't because I haven't seen the merchant. Well, we're just going to assume that the Mega Shark or the Mini Shark will do more damage than the Space Gun because I'm pretty sure it does. We'll also take an Archery Potion. Wait a minute, does Archery Potion affect gun damage? No, just arrow damage. So I guess we'll just keep it the way it is then. We'll hope that we do enough damage. The only other options I have are creating things like Wrath Potions and Rage Potions, which means I'd have to start fishing. And I'm really hoping I don't have to do that, like, beyond normal levels of hope. That's, if I do have to do that, I'm just going to be very sad. Yeah, I think we're completely prepared. Next time we will fight him again, and I'm going to see it through. So next time, if we don't manage to kill him on the first attempt, I'm just going to make a montage of all my attempts until I eventually get him down. Until then, though, goodbye.